Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Megaman Battle Network 6. In the last part, we had 14 minutes of cutscenes, and now we're going to continue on. Hopefully with less. Now one thing I actually forgot to do last part is you can actually come in here and jack into this chair. I don't know why an electric chair has a jack-in port, but okay. I mean, come on, that's what these are. They're censored for the American version, obviously, but they're electric chairs, that's what they have to be. And we got a full energy in here, which is a subchip that restores your HP if I haven't stated that before. And we actually have a rare occasion where I'm actually going to open a purple mystery data, rather, because it contains Guardian O. That is a chip that does 200 damage or so to enemies upon it getting hit. I rarely ever use it, though. There's the bastard. Prosecutor Ito. Ah, Lan. Did you find something to support your dad's alibi? If you didn't, it may turn out pretty bad for him pretty soon. I found some. It's a recording of the real culprits. What's wrong, Mr. Prosecutor? I see. I've been unmasked. So you really did. Yes. The story about your dad hacking was a lie. But you didn't fall for it, not even the trap in the security camera. And come to think of it, why did the punishment robots suddenly stop that time? I've underestimated you. Or was it that my traps were too easy? So all this time it was you. Prosecutor Ito. Why did you frame my dad? Because I have my orders. People in high places make easy targets. The same with your Navi's skills, your dad, and his brains. You stand to lose a lot when you have a lot. And you're gonna lose it all to us, the organization. The organization? You can't! Yes, the organization that has caused you so much trouble. No! Then why did you sentence Captain Blackbeard? Ah, that was because he failed his mission. Failure is not tolerated in our organization. Anyone who fails is removed. That is our rule. Then you really... Yes. My role in the organization is to remove nuisances to us in a lawful way. That's why I cannot take back your dad's sentence. I think our chat is over. Do it, JudgeTree. If we do this, we won't have to hide anymore. Pronounce that every person in Cyber City is guilty, and then convict this troublesome boy as a felon. I will now pass judgment. I pronounce everyone guilty. Where did those two in front of me come from? Lan, it's too dangerous. He'll get zapped. For now, I think we'd better get out of here. Yipes, you're right. I'm not sure why they're not following us. Whoa. I don't remember doing anything that was that bad. What's gonna happen to all of us? Are they following us? What's going on? They're probably barricading themselves in there. As long as they have the JudgeTree, the prosecutor can do whatever he wants. I don't think he wants anyone else near that JudgeTree. He really planned this well. What should we do? What's gonna happen to Dad? And everyone else? Well, it looks like the prosecutor's manipulating the JudgeTree, and that tree commands the punishment robots. I'd say there's only one thing we can do. We've got to pull the plug on the JudgeTree. If we do that, we can save Dad and stop the punishment robots. Yeah, we've got to find a way to get close to that tree. Can't just go in through the front door, and trying to slip by the punishment robots is too risky. But if we don't get in there now, they might start Dad's punishment. Let's look around for another way in. We got to find a way to get near the JudgeTree. Now, if you were actually exploring and paying attention, you would actually find that there's a door blockaded over here, but now that this stuff's happening, you can come in here. But this door's locked and we need a password. And we need to know the number for the Navi's rights law. And guess who we have to talk to again? These guys. And it's always, as far as I'm aware, number 153. And then you can just jack him and go back over there. As far as I'm aware, that's not randomized. But one thing I find weird, as you'll see momentarily, is that you still have to enter it as if it is. I don't get that. If it was like the bomber's password in Majora's Mask where it was randomized every time, sure, but I don't get this. And we may proceed. I'm not gonna lie, I think this looks really cool. Reminds me of Battle Network 3 even still, though. Is this the JudgeTree's roots? That's gotta be it. Lan, you've gotta find a port to jack me in. And then I'll stop the JudgeTree. Got it. I wonder if any of you guys get what I'm referencing when I say got it, like that. If you don't, it's actually Star Fox Assault, it is, because I actually really like that game. Commands, not so much. This is inside the courtroom. That means... Prosecutor Ito! Hey, Lan, what are you doing over there? What do you think you're going to do? I'm gonna stop the JudgeTree. Stop? I suppose you can access the JudgeTree from the control panel in front of you. But you should give up, Lan. My Navi Judge Man's in that tree. On top of that, there is one more guest in that tree today, and that Navi is very powerful, and very evil indeed. Prosecutor Ito. I don't get it. You were so cool during the trial. And you have such a great sense of justice. A sense of justice? I gave up on justice a long time ago. But why? Long ago when I was young, I thought I'm gonna put all the bad people in jail. But you see, Lan, no matter how many bad people you lock away, there are always new criminals to take their place. Yes, I realize the horrible truth. As long as there are humans on this earth, there will always be crime. It doesn't matter what we do or what rules we make. And so I lost my faith in justice. Around that time, the organization found me. And I was reborn. I figured that if humans couldn't make the perfect society, then I might as well destroy it. That's messed up. I can't see how that makes any sense at all. That's because you're still just a child. You'll understand when you grow up, but I guess we'll have remade the world by then. I really, really respected you, and thought you were cool, but now I see I was wrong about you. So, I will stop you, with everything I have. Let's go, Megaman. I actually really do like Ito as a character, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, time for one of my favorite networks. Megaman, you've got to find some way to stop the JudgeTree. That should stop Dad's punishment and the robots. Roger? I hear a voice. Halt, you'll go no further. Megaman, why do you fight so hard against us? Where are you? You will answer. Why do you fight so hard against us? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it's the right thing to do. Such a showy reason. I'll feel no regret in deleting you. Alright then, we'll crush you with our strength. Get ready. Wait, you're... No good, he's already gone. That was probably Prosecutor Ito's Navi just now. No, I don't think that was him. But it did sound like... But that can't be. What's wrong? Have you heard that voice somewhere before? No, I'm sorry, Lan. I must have heard wrong. I mean, it's not possible. Anyway, we better get going and stop this JudgeTree. Yeah. Anyway, the gimmick of this area is, as you can see, there's dirt in front of us. As this guy will explain, it's a security system. When you step on them, flowers bloom, and if you step on the flowers, you get punished. The punishment is you lose 100 HP and are booted to that little blue place at the gate, is step on all the switches by following a specific pattern on the grass panels. I do accidentally show off what happens when you step on the flower panels right here because I forget to go up one more to get this coming road, which is a battle chip that forces all enemies towards you, I believe. And then this happens. But it's overall a very simple network, and I actually really like it. It's probably the most puzzly of all of them. Anyway, as I have to restart this room, I'll go over what you can get in Cybeast Falls are. Instead of getting Slash Cross, as far as I can recall, you get Tengu Cross. Tengu Cross is Wind Elemental, and it's weak to Sword-type chips, or attacks in general. Non-dimming Wind chips gain 10 attack. Pressing B and left at the same time will suck all enemies towards the front of the area, removing barriers and auras. Air shoes are enabled, which means you can move in empty panels. And your charge shot is the Tengu Racket, which covers a 1x3 area wide sword fashion area in front of you for 20 times your Buster rank plus 40 wind damage, and which also removes all barriers and auras along with pushing everything to the back row. It does not flinch when using so either. It's actually surprisingly useful. And as for its beast out, Tengu Beast, your chip charge becomes Tengu Storm, which hits a T-shaped formation for 50 wind damage, increasing by 20 damage for each Buster rank. The attack hits 3 times at the end column of the T. Surprisingly, that's actually really good. In fact, as I've said before, the cross beasts are actually really good in both games, but I find some of the ones in Team Falls are... I keep on saying Team. Cybeast Falls are much more usable. Though I still overall prefer Gregar. Also, I realized in between parts, the cross beast for Slash Cross is Slash Beast. Wasn't that the name of one of the Reploforce members in X4? I think it was. Which I find kind of weird, because that'll probably... the replay of that will be uploaded by the time this gets uploaded. No doubt about it, because, to put things in perspective, today's the day of the Super Bowl, February 1st. So, yeah. I wonder who's going to win. Not that, mind you guys already know who won by this point, but I don't. If I hear my parents scream from downstairs, that means the Patriots won. Mind you, I don't really care about sports, but that's just me. You're actually seeing me taking my time in this area quite a bit, because I am very nervous about accidentally stepping on the wrong panel if I run too fast. Also, I think it's at this point in the game, but one thing I find really funny is that you can actually jack out of the judge tree and leave the area. You can actually, if I recall correctly, go back to the school, and you can actually find Mick shoved into the locker that he shoved the security bot into earlier. I think that's the scenario. It might be one of the later ones. Either way, you can see that, and it's actually pretty funny. I also really like the music in this area. This is actually a gimmick I've seen a couple of times in games. I forget what's one that I've seen it in right off the top of my head, but I really like stuff like this. And you can also, one thing I forgot to mention, even though I showed it off once earlier, you can press the L button to look around the area, very similar to the Liberation missions in 5. And we're actually already in the final area of it. Though we're not going to do the boss this part, due to I know the cutscenes that surround it are pretty long. There's a green mystery there over there, but it's not that useful, honestly. Also, I should mention, to refill my HP in between parts, I actually jacked out of the area and jacked back in. And at the start of the next part, you'll notice that because all the flower panels that are behind me when I ended off are gone. I also really like the background here for some reason. I don't know why. Ooh, barrier 100. I'm never going to use that, but that's pretty good. And in that battle, I actually got something pretty good. A Reflector 2, which I will use to replace my Reflector 1. Mind you, this is actually probably the best folder I've had for this game, because for years I didn't really experiment much in this game. All I really had was the cannons, life sword, and that was about it. Whereas now, thanks to the fact I am using the lottery, I'm really overpowered, and I really like being that way. Anyway, with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 17, we'll be fighting off with Judge Man. See you guys then.